fishing. The committee consists of stakeholders from the maritime sector as well as the adjoining district, which include the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, Meridian Port Services, Ghana Maritime Authority, Tema Shipyard Association of Ghana Industries, Environmental Protection Agency, Eastern Naval Base, Marine Police Unit, and the Ghana Police Service, Tema Traditional Council, amongst others. At the storm drain around the Terminal 3 of the Tema Port, a senior environmental specialist at MPS, Henry A. Okine, called on adjoining communities to the port to end the indiscriminate disposal of waste. In other stories, a staff at the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority GPHA, Mr. Peter Amubediako, has taken over the reins of the port of Takoradi as the director. His appointment comes on the back of the retirement of Captain Ebenezer Kojo Afazi, who has been the director of ports since 2015. At the colourful ceremony, an official pull-out and handing over ceremony was held to officially bid him farewell from the authority. Captain Nafedi joined GPHA in 1999 and rose through the ranks to become Director of Port in 2015. The new Director of Port, on his part, pledged to continue the good works of his predecessor. He implored the entire staff of GPHA to pitch in and display their professionalism for the growth of the port. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. Now, Africa has 54 countries, more than 20 produce oil, and 5 of these countries are part of the world's 30 oil-producing countries. However, only 2 countries in Africa do not import oil. In 2019, Africa accounted for more than 7.9 million barrels per day, which is about 9.6% of global output. Between 2005 and 2010, however, oil production in Africa rose to nearly 10 million barrels per day. Speaking at the opening of the 30th anniversary of Afreximbank annual meeting in Accra, Ghana, the businessman Aliko Dangote pointed out that even though there are oil-producing countries on the continent, only 2 countries, Algeria and Libya, do not import oil. Dangote, who was speaking about the importance of free movement and intra-Africa trade, said, "We are importing poverty and exporting job." He noted that in relation to the fact that African countries continue to export raw materials, it is important for the continent to begin to trade among itself to help grow the AfCFTA Secretariat and make it a reliable way of developing the African economy. Staff were said to have abandoned the passengers without food and accommodation and laid at every opportunity when aid flights would resume. Up to 160 British Airways passengers suffered an agonizing 26-hour delay at Barcelona airport during a weekend of holiday chaos in Spain. Desperate travelers, including elderly couples and families with babies and children in wheelchairs, chanted "Help, help," after being held up by blunders and fobs off with excuses. The tourists were forced to remain on the complex over Saturday night and into Sunday as their Heathrow-bound flight was cancelled twice over the weekend. British Airways staffs were said to have abandoned them without food or accommodation and laid at every opportunity when asked when the flight would resume. The nightmare came as British holidaymakers suffered delays at Ibiza Airport when a firefighting plane blocked the runway. On this note, to wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. You can always contact them at the Shippers House in Accra. For more maritime and port news, you can join me on my YouTube channel at Nanesi Boateng for more updates. My name is Nanesi Boateng.